Okay.
Yeah, I'm Davey Omega. Yeah, #1 singles competitor of all time. Japan can't contain me. North America can't contain me. I should have subscribed.
You guys ready? It's October 28th. We just watched AEW Dynamite. We got to see the heavyweight final pairing happen tonight and a whole bunch of other cool things like dogs walking by.
Yeah, shit like that. Yeah, so we had the semifinals of the AEW World Title Eliminator Tournament. Try saying that 3 times fast. But before that, we had Words. This is a great show. This is a great way to...
World Title Eliminator Tournament. World Title Eliminator Tournament.
This is a great way to kick off the show. Big night feel. You got MJF and Wardlow, and like he's hyping Wardlow up, and they're interviewing him, and like this is like behind like the entrance, and like he's MJF saying like, yeah, like if Wardlow wins, that's great because his property is my property because I signed Wardlow's checks, not Tony Khan. And so then and then Sammy gets up in there. Sammy MJF face off. Sammy's pissed.
Yeah.
What's going through Sammy's head, Jay?
Sammy doesn't like, being given clothes that just don't fit, man.
This fits.
That's just unfitting.
This fits.
That fits.
Yeah.
Everything's unfitting.
Yeah, so it's unfitting. Sammy's pissed. It is intense, and he's saying, I don't like you, MJF, and your problem, and this is the inner circle, not the outer circle, so there's going to be some stuff going on. So yeah, we got the first round of tournament.
You're not invited.
We got Wardlow versus Hangman Adam Page, and this was a crazy match. I'm going to go through some highlights here. There's a lot. So we got a giant spear from Wardlow outside the ring, nails Hangman into the security safety rail. That's pretty crazy. And he does one of those big old suplexes, throwplex when he gets him back into the ring. We got an armbar counter over the top rope. Hangman's trying to come back. He's got that arm draped over that top rope.
Getting some extra leverage.
Right? He has a drinking problem. And then Wardlow, he gets up and he goes off the top rope and misses a big swanton bomb. And then he goes for a German suplex, but Hangman's able to reverse it by just doing a backflip and landing on his feet. Crazy shit. And then there's a moonsault. So Hangman is on the top rope and Wardlow's like on the outside of the ring, and he hits that moonsault, and Wardlow's good at catching people, right? Caught Cody
at the
top of that
saved
cage.
Cody's life.
Saved his life.
Yeah.
Hangman's able to do that standing shooter star press thing, and but then Wardlow reverses a buckshot lariat, hits the F10. I thought it was over.
Yeah.
But then Hangman Adam Page is able to roll out of the ring. He kind of like he scouted it. There's some top rope.
He just knew better.
Crazy suplex. Hangman Adam Page able to suplex Wardlow off the top rope. It's pretty impressive. And then at the end, hard fought match. It takes 2 buckshot lariats to put big old Ward Dog down. And 1, 2, 3. Big win. Hangman's advanced into the finals of this Eliminator tournament.
And what a way to have our night start. Just like wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Like, that was amazing action. That was a great match.
It's crazy. And right after the match, Hangman straight to the booze. Right away. I turned my back for a second. I swear, I turned my back for a second. And then I look back and Hangman's like drinking.
Oh, man.
Then we got some words from Mox after. Who cares? Then we got, so we got Eddie Kingston, who's going up against Moxley at the pay-per-view, Full Gear, I Quit match, garbage. Neither men deserve to be in that match. They're saying during this whole thing that the Bunny, she's back with the Butcher and the Blade, and while she was with QT, she maxed out all his credit cards, so he's pretty bummed out about that. And they got words from Kingston before the match. He's going off and on.
Yeah,
whatever.
We used to be friends. Yeah. Whatever. We need Kingston. Like, why are we even entertaining these guys for this much? Are we talking about Mox next or something?
No, Mox is done. He didn't even show up tonight.
Okay.
So Kingston's having this match against Matt Sydal.
Yeah,
and poor Matt Sydal, he's got to do his hardest to make this Kingston guy kind of look good. It's a real tough job. There's not many highlights.
I'm just going to keep making fun of this stupid thing.
Spinning back fist.
This is like so fucking stupid.
Yeah,
It's
so
like, what?
SYDAL,
It doesn't even look
yeah.
good. Okay, sorry, just keep going on.
All right, SYDAL hit the leaping hurricanrana. He hit a diving top rope knee drop, and then the spinning back fist, and then Kingston followed. You can come back now. And then Kingston followed it up with Moxley's submission moves, getting chilly. The Bulldog choke, which was garbage. So tap out win Kingston. He won't release the hold though.
Yeah, he's going full blown like Kenny Omega psycho, Cody Rhodes psycho, like all these epic levels of psycho that Dave
there's
loves.
a quote. Yeah,
And
he's like, "I'm sorry, Mox.
Yeah,
I'm sorry."
The guy's gone off the fucking people. Everybody in the Dark Order is like totally sane.
It's something else.
Yeah.
And then they got a split screen tag team interview between FTR and the Young Bucks. And they got some concern about one of the Young Bucks' ankle. It got smashed up by a chair last week. And he's saying the ankle's fine, da-da-da. But we were watching Dark, and he was hobbling.
Yeah.
Remember, we got to talk about the big Dark match that we watched Tuesday's Dark. You remember that, though.
Okay.
All right. So then they're pissed off because FTR manipulated their friends. And then FTR's all pissed. They're like, what, you're just going to be asking Young Bucks all the questions? And then you don't need us for this interview? And it is they walk off, right?
The first good thing they've ever just done.
Yeah, it's all right.
actually good to hear more about the Young Bucks because I don't fucking want to hear about FTR.
Final stipulation. Young Bucks soaring across the sky upon the wings of hubris here, saying if they do not defeat FTR at Full Gear on November 7th, they will never challenge for the AEW Tag Team Championships ever again.
You okay? Did you take one too many of these?
I went full potato there, folks.
I'm gonna
A la
have some
JR.
barbecue sauce.
Yeah, it's like I was almost doing commentary for Dynamite there for a second. Very believable. And then, so Cody also made this agreement when he went up against Jericho. Cody can no longer challenge for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, I did too until they brought that up, the Bucks, with their little thing going on here. All right, so what do we got next here? Okay, so big time here. Inner Circle Town Hall meeting. This is a big event here, and it's hosted by Tony Schiavone and Tasha Gonzalez, and they got the big old Judas sing-along happening when the Inner Circle's come to the ring. Hager's not here tonight because he's training for his next MMA fight. He's undefeated in the Bellator, I believe, is the organization that he fights under.
Yeah, I want to say they're really impressive wins.
Man, he's in there doing it, man. Like, that's impressive enough, right? And then we got some questions. Everyone's asking questions. Luchasaurus asks the first question. MJF comes in there. They're at the town hall.
Oh my God.
So he's like,
This thing was just fucking
how can you
nuts.
contribute to the earnings potential of Inner Circle? Maybe I should ask you these questions and you can answer. So I'm Jericho, you're MJF.
I'm MJF.
Or I'm Luchasaurus right now, I guess.
Okay.
MJF. How can you contribute to the earning potential of the Inner Circle?
I'm going to show a graph with arrow going up.
All right. Then Britt Baker comes up. So now I'm Dr. Britt Baker. And Reba comes out and she's taken with Chris Jericho. Like, I'm off camera.
That was awesome.
It's like, you look so good with your sunglasses, Chris. and Britt Baker asks, like, how can we trust you, MJF? Like, after what you did to Cody, like, not even a year ago.
Word stuff, don't trust me.
All right, good answer. And then we have Peter Avalon. I think this might be his first time being on Dynamite.
He finally made it to Dynamite.
Debut. And so he's like, can I join the Inner Circle, Chris? I mean, MJF? Or I don't know who he's asking.
He's asking the Inner Circle.
Yeah.
I know.
All right, so then he walks off in shame. And then we got Eric B. Eric B comes down, and it's none other than Eric Bischoff. And him and Tony, like, really likes him, it seems like. What did Bischoff ask him? He's like, what do you do? What can you do? What can you do for the Inner Circle?
Word stuff, I'm better than you.
All right, there we go. And then Chris Jericho started going on, and Tony Schiavone screamed at Chris Jericho to shut up when Jericho was screaming at Eric Bischoff. So that was pretty cool. A little WCW Nitro connection there.
Yeah.
And then they're saying that they might kill each other, da da da. And then MJF is saying that he gave him the best segment last week professional wrestling has ever seen. Le Dinner Debonair, I'm sure he's referring to. It was pretty crazy. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And big announcement. There is another match at Full Gear pay-per-view November 7th. A one-on-one match. A winner joins the Inner Circle match. None other than Le Champion, Demo God, million viewer man, Chris Jericho versus MJF.
I don't think the Inner Circle is going to let MJF have an easy time getting in there. I think they're going to beat him down and shit.
It's going to be something else. Like, I can't even call that. It's so out of the box. It's brilliant. And then what happens? Oh, Team Taz wants Will Hobbs. Okay. And then we have our TNT Championship match, the Lumberjack match. Orange Cassidy going up against Cody Rhodes. And Orange Cassidy's with the best friend. Cody Rhodes is with the entire Nightmare family, including QT, but not Brandi. And yeah, they're trying to hit their finishers early. Cody's doing some frat boy push-ups. Arn Anderson's getting real upset about it. He's like, focus on the match. I agree. Shouldn't be doing push-ups. And then they hit the best friend spot outside the ring. And then they try to drop Cody. Like, the best friends are like pretending they're gonna catch him, and then they drop him. They don't try to drop him. Yeah, they drop him. And then yeah, then one of them, I think Trent, sucker punches Cody from outside the ring. That was pretty cool. And then they hit a superplex, which was pretty crazy, from the top rope to the outside of the ring onto all those lumberjacks. That was pretty impressive. Then what happened here? Okay. And then Cody hits the Cody Cutter. Orange Cassidy hits the Stun Dog Millionaire. He reverses a suplex into the stunner. Then he hits that beach break move, which is like that back body drop, but he just drops the guy on his head. That's pretty cool. Then like it was almost like a near win, because he's about to hit that orange punch, but then a favorite of ours from the Dark Order, number 4, Alex 4 Silver, he comes in and he interrupts the orange punch, and then that allows Cody to hit the crossroads, big time victory and pin against Orange Cassidy. And then it just becomes a lumberjack breakdown. And the pay-per-view Full Gear, we learn, is Darby Allin going against Kobe. Darby just looking like a loser by himself in the nosebleeders.
He was sad.
Yeah, he was. And then what happens? Oh, there's some words from Sabin and Miro. They give presents to the best friends and then beat them down because they're distracted by Penelope Ford, who's dressed as Orange Cassidy.
Which was kind of hot.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And then what do we got? Oh, we got a big-time NWA Women's Championship match. Apparently, Serena DEEB, that's DEEB, beat Thunder Rosa to become the new NWA Women's Champion. So that's great. And she's going up against LEYLA HIRSCH, who has a unique build to her, to say the least. And there's a lot of front face lock action. DEEB hits a middle rope hanging neck breaker. They're working that arm real hard. And he hits a German suplex, misses a moonsault, hits a swinging neck breaker, and then some submission move. It's like a arm lock, half leg crab. So Serena DEEB is able to hold on to the NWA Women's Championship against this woman who I just found out about tonight. I guess she got a
title shot against Shida as well.
AEW Women's Championship match.
Short Russian girl.
2 women's championship matches, like
in less than 24 hours.
What's she doing over in Russia that the rest of us aren't hearing about it? If she ain't twerking, I ain't watching. What happened next? Oh yeah, so then we got words from Shida. She's talking about Full Gear. She's going up against Nyla Rose as a championship match.
The challenge.
Yeah.
Or I challenge you, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about this little back and forth between those.
Let's give it to Britt and get it over with.
Thank
it's
you.
about time.
Hallelujah.
All right, then we have Shawn Spears, who's engaged in a big-time feud against Scorpio Sky right now. It's on AEW Dark. It's bleeding into Dynamite now. He's going up against this guy we never heard of called VSK. That means he's a jobber. And it's a squash match. Shawn Spears hits that C4 instantly. Pin. Shawn Spears wins. There's this this guy wearing a bull mask costume, and he's throwing Halloween candy into the ring,
cow.
disrespecting the sport of pro wrestling. So Shawn Spears is pissed off as he should be, grabs the guy, throws him into the ring, and then he's loading up that glove, I think, and then the bull mask comes off.
Oh my god, who is it?
Scorpio Sky.
Oh my god.
And he hits that TKO move. I think that's swinging stunner, so to speak. And yeah, so they're going to be feuding. They might have a pre-pay-per-view show at Full Gear. Who knows, right? Sky's the limit.
Yeah.
No pun. All right. And then we got John 4 Silver. Oh, this is for the Full Gear pre-show, another Full Gear pre-show match. John Silver versus Orange Cassidy.
That's gonna be a great match.
Yeah, I wrote that one down because we're looking forward to that one. And we got the main event right now. It is that Eliminator AEW #1 contender tournament semifinal match. We have Penta El Zero Miedo, aka Pentagon Jr., versus the cleaner, the one and only Kenny Omega. And he has his crazy hyped up super entrance. We have names for his dancing girls now, his Japanese dancing women, the sweepers, and they're wearing luchador masks.
Looking like the Lucha Bros.
That's right, that's right. And so they're in the ring. Penta's got Rey Fenix out there with him. Kenny's got his shirt on still, and Jericho told us a bunch of months back, if Kenny's still got his shirt on in the ring, that means he's not taking his opponent seriously. But he was taking Penta El Zero Miedo, whatever his name is, a new name is, seriously, because he revealed the shirt. And what was underneath that shirt, Jay?
The AAA Championship.
That's right, the Mexican AAA Heavyweight Championship, which he defeated Rey Fenix for months and months ago. So they're bringing that into the mix. That's pretty good. That makes things really, really interesting. And what happened? They're doing chops. They're doing those crazy chops. It's getting loud up in Daly's place. And then Kenny grabs the glove from Pentagon as he takes it off, and he gives him the traditional colonialist glove slap.
I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah, that's right. And then so Kenny's going nuts, and what's his? He changed his name, Pentagon Jr. That's what I'm gonna keep calling him from now on till the end of time. Pentagon Jr. hits some crazy backstabber, and then Kenny hits his standing hurricanrana. But then Pentagon hits this top rope diving stomp. But then Kenny hits the Snapdragon suplex, not one, but 2 times.
Almost 3.
Yeah, almost 3. But then he nails him with a V-trigger, near fall, doesn't get it done. There's a series of reversals. Then it's V-trigger city once again. And then, oh wow. Yeah, so Pentagon Jr. is on the top rope. Kenny Omega's on the stage.
Oh
he jumps off, hits this Canadian destroyer onto the stage rampway. Insanity. Thought it was dead right there. Thought it was going to be Pentagon Jr. versus Hangman at the finals. And
a funeral for Kenny.
and then he hits the package pile driver in the ring, his finisher. That scores a near fall. And we got a V-trigger, thunderous V-trigger. And I thought it was over, going for the one-winged angel, but he reverses it into that arm breaker snap, and the man's arm is hurt. That's how he gets that one-winged angel, gets the guy up there. How's Kenny going to pull it off? Does he pull it off? Are we going to have the Cinderella finals in the tournament with 2 former tag team partners going head-to-head? And then there's a super kick from Penta. But then Penta's going off the springboard middle rope, and he jumps right into a V-trigger, right? And then from there, one-winged angel, Kenny Omega, big pin, big win, advances to the finals, to the AEW Eliminator World Title Tournament against his former comrade in arms, the drunk one, Hangman Adam Page.
Go Kenny.
Go Kenny's fucking right. Like, Kenny's gonna be the one to take it off of Moxley. I can't make any game.
So dumb.
That's how we'll end it right there.
Yeah.